Host is always Alex. Guest is Emily.
Welcome back to another episode of Finding Motivation, the podcast where we explore the little things that keep us moving forward, even on the tough days. I'm your host, Alex, and today we have a very special guest, someone whose unique perspective on life has inspired many. She's an author whose work centers around personal growth and mindfulness, and today we're diving into how simple moments and nature can help us find the motivation we need. Please welcome, Emily Roberts.
Thank you so much for having me, Alex. I'm really excited to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. So, Emily, your approach to motivation is a bit unconventional, and that's part of what makes it so interesting. You often talk about things like walking barefoot on the grass or lying on the roof of a car to look at the night sky. Can you explain why those simple things are so important when it comes to staying motivated?
Of course. I think we often forget how deeply connected we are to nature and the world around us. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of city life, but moments of stillness in nature can really help us reset and gain clarity. For instance, when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed, I'll go outside on a rainy day and walk barefoot on the grass. It might seem simple, but it's such a powerful way for me to reconnect with myself. Or at night, I'll lie on the roof of my car and just look at the stars. It's in those moments that I find peace and perspective.
That's really fascinating. You've mentioned before that when you do these things, you start noticing things that most people miss, even in the city. Could you give us an example?
Definitely. One thing that always stands out to me is seeing migrating birds flying in formation across the sky. Most people don't notice because they're too focused on what's below them, but when you take a moment to look up, it's a beautiful reminder of how interconnected everything is.
Wow, that sounds so peaceful. You're absolutely right, so many people don't look up. We're all so busy looking down, or caught up in the rush of the day.
Exactly. And that's really the key. By taking small moments to reconnect with nature, we can start to filter out what's truly important and what's not. It helps reduce stress and gives us a clearer sense of purpose. When I notice things like the birds migrating or the way the rain taps on the leaves, I'm reminded that life has its own rhythm, which often doesn't match the fast pace of our daily routine.
I love that. It's really about slowing down and appreciating the present moment. Now, after hearing your advice, I've actually started trying some of these things myself. I've been taking time in the mornings to look at the sky, and on rainy days, I step outside and feel the grass beneath my feet. I have to say, it's been surprisingly calming.
That's amazing, Alex. Just giving yourself those few minutes to breathe and reset can make such a big difference. Even if it's just a small moment each day, it can really help you find balance.
Absolutely. It's easy to forget how much power there is in something as simple as looking up at the sky or feeling the earth beneath your feet. Emily, thank you so much for sharing your insights today. I'm sure our listeners will leave this episode feeling inspired to try something new in their own routines.
Thank you so much for having me, Alex. It's been such a pleasure talking about this, and I hope everyone finds those little moments of connection with nature that can help them find peace amidst the chaos of everyday life.
Well said. And to all our listeners, if you've enjoyed today's episode, take a little time to try out some of Emily's ideas. Maybe step outside tomorrow morning, or take a moment to look up at the sky tonight. You never know what small change could make a big difference. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Finding Motivation. Stay inspired.